Arun, one of the main reasons why banks are considering a core banking replacement or upgrade is to achieve 24/7 processing. While we know OSCO payments may be achieved in near real time and funds may appear in the recipient's account within seconds, there are still electronic transfers that you can do on a Friday afternoon before a long weekend that won't get there until Tuesday morning. How does Australia compare to the rest of the world in this regard?
So sorry. What I'll do is I'll probably drive it with a few examples and then, that will articulate it better. What you kind of described is what I would call as a typical financial services supply chain problem, right? Because there are multiple stakeholders involved, right? And when you take the example of the likes of India and China, probably that will give you a view of, how to benchmark the reference you actually had. Suppose you take the case of how a payment flows or a fund originates, right? A transfer originates in, say, India or China. What really happens is a person like me, who's actually the end customer who's initiating the transaction, and India has gone very big in mobile, right? Everything is actually mobile for us in a sense. So that's the source of origination, right? And because it is on the mobile, the concept of real-time payments is absolutely necessary, right? You just can't work with, India has moved past the wallet concept. Everything is real-time payments. So the moment the user actually puts the pressure on the infrastructure for real-time payments, the clearing and settlement system has to oblige to it, right? So we went through a massive transformation of similar to what you have actually done in the NPP world. We went through a transformation as well, right? So the real-time, the infrastructure is available from a real-time perspective, but the final stakeholder is actually the core banking system in a sense, right? What is it batch-based? Is it completely real-time, etc., right? And that's the final stakeholder in our ecosystem. And when you look at core banking engines, we were not among the earlier adopters, right? The earlier adopters have been the first wave actually was the legacy batch-based system. Then you had the second wave, which was pretty much 24/7 systems, right? And when India adopted it, we were mandated to take 24/7 systems. We couldn't take batch-based systems. So the entire core banking ecosystem in India is actually 24/7. So what really happens right from the user to the market infrastructure to the core banking systems is actually a seamless flow in terms of 24/7. And because you've achieved it in low value payments, right, now it's become mandatory even in high value payments. So even the high value payment is actually both 24/7, almost near real time, right? So that's possibly the closest benchmark that everybody refers to today. And if you look at it purely from a core banking perspective, the most interesting thing that's happening is in China or Greater China for us, right? Where you have Chinese banks or Greater Chinese banks who have actually been early adopters, so you had the legacy, but they also have 24/7. But the volumes that they hit on real-time payments is so high, right? Primarily because of your Black Friday or mobile payments, is they have come up with the concept of now dual core, right? So you can have the legacy core banking engine for your normal banking transactions, but your entire online and mobile payments actually is run on a microservice-based, core banking system, which is quite scalable on the cloud. So effectively, what happens is the transactions which require real-time payments are completely running on the smaller core, not the larger core, right? So that's among the most interesting things that's happening on our side, especially in India and China. UK, of course, has had very great success in, I would say, faster payments. Europe is getting there in terms of SEPA, instant SEPA. They're still testing it out. But everybody is still not 24/7, right? US is not there, right? So I think emerging markets which have taken the 24/7 core banking system are able to exploit real-time payments. The rest of them are going through the journey. That's the way I would actually summarize.
Catch up. Thank you.